Greetings everyone. This is Arun Inani and I am here to present task 1 of assignment of compiler construction. We chose GNet compiler as our topic. Uh, this is our team details. History. GNet was initially developed by two cooperating teams, New York University team and Florida State University team. The NYU team was led by Professor Robert Beaker Dwar, and and this team was responsible for the development of front end of this compiler. Florida State University team was led by P. Baker, and he was responsible for the first design of the concurrency components of the runtime library. The GNet project was started in 1992 when the United States Air Force awarded NYU a contract to build a free compiler for ADA to help with the ADA 9x standardization process. It was initially released in 1995, with the stable releases coming out fairly recently. FSF GNet 9.2 came out on 12th August 2019, whereas GNet Pro 7.4 was released on 23rd Feb 2016. Languages supported. GNet is a free software compiler for the ADA programming language, which forms part of the GNU compiler collection GCC. It supports all versions of the language, i.e. ADA 2012, 2005, 95, and 83. Schematic architecture. The GNet compiler is composed of two main parts, the front end and the back end. The front end of it is written in ADA 95 and the back end is a GCC backend extended to meet the needs of ADA semantics. Uh, Here is shown the diagram of its schematic representation. The front end. The front end comprises of five phases: lexical analysis, syntax analysis, semantic analysis, expansion, and GG phases. The scanner analyzes the input characters and generates the associated tokens. The parser verifies the syntax of the tokens and creates the abstract syntax tree AST. The semantic analyzer performs all static legality checks on the program and decorates the AST with semantic attributes. The expander transforms high-level AST nodes into equivalent AST fragments built with lower-level abstraction nodes, and if required, calls to ADA runtime library routines. At the end of the process, the GG phases transforms the AST into a tree, which is read by GCC backend. This phase is really an interface between the GNet frontend and the GCC backend. All these phases communicate by means of a compact abstract syntax tree AST. The implementation details of the AST are hidden by several procedural interfaces that provide access to semantic and syntactic attributes. Strictly speaking, GNet does not use a symbol table. Also, all semantic information concerning program entities is stored in defining occurrences of these entities directly in the AST. We will discuss the lexical scanner now. It is handwritten for speed. The input file is read in full to minimize I/O. The data structure used is known as global name table. Scanner is subroutine of parser and it delivers tokens only on demand. Parser. The parser is handwritten for speed and error recovery, and it is organized according to chapters of language reference, ADA reference manual, ARM. It uses recursive descent with look ahead. It follows exactly ARM grammar, and it builds AST, which is the main data structure for front end. The symbol table is integrated into AST. Now we'll discuss the semantic analysis. Uh, Legality rules. It has total 1,436 errors and warning messages, tree annotations, and it adds structures to AST to localize semantic information. It also has name resolution, type and overload resolution, dispatching, and polymorphism, and also has static expression evaluation. It also includes simple optimization, that is dead code elimination, constant folding, and static conditions. We will now discuss the expander. So in the expander phase, it replaces complex construct with simpler one, maps ADA semantics into C semantics. It also replaces nodes which represent high level add ADA constructs by nodes which represent lower level abstractions. It also replaces nodes that represent a generic instantiation by a copy of the corresponding AST with appropriate substitutions. In the GG phase, it is basically used for GNet to GCC. GG traverses GNet tree fragments and calls tree building procedures. Each tree fragment is immediately translated into register transfer language RTL. And for the backend representation provides CPU architecture, specific optimizations, and code generation. Its main phases include machine-dependent optimization and code generation. In machine-dependent optimization, depending on the compiler targets, sometimes rewriting short sequences of assembler instructions as more efficient instructions. And in code generation, intermediate language is translated into native machine language, which involves selection and scheduling machine instructions with their addressing modes. Now we'll discuss the strength and limitations of GNet compiler. GNet parser is arguably faster than any LALR parser, hence it in total increases the speed of compiler. Uh, it automatically the automatic uses of proper calling conventions is also present, and there is a detailed collection of error messages for any possible scenario. It gives an interfacing to Java, G, C, and C++. For the limitation, there are certain some extensions like vector types which are not supported by this compiler. Pointers to pointers or complex structures are mapped to system address. Uh, Identifiers with identical name will generate compilation errors. Example, ANET versus ANET in caps. Uh, Also, there are very simple character constant macros which are translated into ADA constants. For the target hardware part, the distinct steps involved in converting the source code into an executable binary image, which can be executed on the target hardware, includes compiling each source file into an object file, and all object files resulting from the first step to a single object file, and then physical addresses to be assigned along with offsets in a process called relocation. This is all for the presentation. Thank you.